Hey everybody, welcome to another Thirsty Thursday rant, brought to you by your salty Alaskan Rambo. Yep, yours truly. On 420 of all days, holy crap, absolutely. I thought it was just being it's 420, that I was having a few technical difficulties here. Nah, this is just a piece of shit device here. And then my GoPro, I was like, well, I'll just film the Thirsty Thursday rant on my GoPro, and then I'll just put it on the laptop with this stupid thing in front of that and be like, haha, there you go. And, until I get my studio up, but I still don't want to have Wi-Fi, and I still don't want to be plugged in. I haven't had the phone line hooked up for fucking, gosh, almost a decade. Holy crap. But anyways, welcome to the Thirsty Thursday rant. Hey, I do want to give a shout out to Salty Cracker. Dude, I'm Eskimo. It's okay. It's okay. We find all this fucking nonsense ridiculous too. We got lots of pilgrims here in the AK. Oh man. Anyways, we've had a few things going on around here, just like anyone else. This is fucking stupid. This is such a fucking weird opening. What a weird opening. Maybe I got fucking stoned earlier. Of course, my little torch, I was gonna do some dab, and the torch went out, so I was like, well, fuck it, let's just get some of this. A little bit of homegrown. Happy 420, everybody. Oh, what a fucking clown world we live in. Truny Tunes everywhere. What happened to the good old days? Without all this fucking nonsense and stupid ass shit going on. It's like everyone's offended anymore. Words are just so misconstrued. It's just like George Carlin talked about. It's like the myth of words, it's like the fucking downplay of words. It's like PTSD now is no more than what shell shock was in World War One. They just keep changing the names. Everyone's got to have a pill for everything, like Kathy Griffin, holding up that bloody Trump head and everything, and then now she's got PTSD and supposedly went through cancer and all this fucking shit. It's like, die angry, you fucking liberal cunt. I don't wish any harm on people, but all you are, if you're gonna promote that type of shit and just whine and fucking cry about shit that has nothing to do with reality other than you fuckers out there trying to make sexualize our kids and all that shit, really? You think that's really gonna work out very well for y'all? Now you got PTSD, it's always a pill for everything. What the fuck? These fucking people are just dumb as fuck. Stupid. And then everyone's got bleeding heart. Don't get me wrong, it's like, okay, I'm all cool with people, expressing themselves and having freedom and all that shit, but it's like, there's a line of morality that has to be drawn at some point, and when you try and sexualize children and all this nastiness, and then the trans community is starting the headbutt and shit was no pun intended there, I guess. Headbutting gay dudes that because I'm a this and this is my pronoun, but I'm still a biological male, and dude gets headbutted over that. It's like, damn. Then you got this race push everywhere. It's here's one thing about race. Isn't all fucking ejaculation, ejaculate, isn't it all all the sperm and all that shit out of a male, a biological male, hello? Isn't it always white? kind of like a nice, fresh walrus ivory, Usyk color. It's mostly white, no matter what your skin color is. The fuck? The fuck? I know that's really fucking grotesque and everything, but is it? Is it? Humans need to get over their stupid little inferiority complexes and superiority complexes and authoritarian complexes and their totalitarian complexes, and they're fucking tyrants, man. Fucking tyrants. Like, well, just get rid of the problem. I mean, it's not that difficult. Just get rid of the problem and smoke some weed. Be alright. You know, one less headache sitting out there, one less worry about another kid being accosted by an adult. These maps and everything, these minor attracted peoples and these pedophiles, and it's running our government. Pedowood. It's like, yeah, of course, it's Hollywood. All these people whining and crying about, oh, how people are, death threats and all this shit. It's like, get over it. Stay strapped. I don't really know what the fucking problem is. I want to live in a world where I don't have to worry about other people. Where I grew up and how I grew up is you didn't worry about other people. That's not why you packed a gun. You packed a gun because of fucking bears and predators out there. Now it seems like I've smacked bears on the ass. For fun. Like, fuck, man. I've almost walked straight in the moose ass and shit, going out to the outhouse in the middle of winter and he's fucking half asleep and shit. It's like, what the fuck, man? It's like this one fucking dude on Fascist Book. It was a troll completely, but I had started fucking, like, coming back on the motherfucker, like, what the fuck, dude? You're claiming BS because I'm like, my wife carries 2 EDCs a day. I carry 2 at least. That's like minimum. And it's for all purposes and reasons. It's like, well, what are you so afraid of? And it's like, nothing. We're not afraid of anything. Just because you pack a weapon and shit doesn't mean that you're in fear all the time or live in fear, period. It's more so like, well, I have the capability to protect others and protect myself at any given time. And I will do all that without hesitation. So will my wife. She ain't give a fuck. I've told her you don't want to kill anyone. We want to live a fucking life. You don't want that type of shit on your conscience. Especially if you're a good person. Well, if you're a good person, then you have a conscience, right? Yeah. It's stupid. But, yeah. It's for protection. It's not because you live in fear. And then this dude's like, oh, BS. You're just a fucking pedophile on the run, living off grid because you're a criminal on the run. You're just a child groomer and shit. I'm like, really? I actually know of quite a few child groomers around our fucking area, just like everywhere else that you live, that all of you live. There's child fucking groomers going on. There's all this wonky shit going on. There's a lot of pedophiles. We have, just in a 5-mile range, how many convicted sex offenders there are. All I have to do is look at a person and I'll be like, yep. Now, it's an aura that people put off. There is an actual real energy that these weirdos and these criminals, and you don't have to be a pedophile to be a fucking criminal. You can be a bad fucking person, and you know what? I'm going to go with my gut instinct because at my age, yeah. Fucking confirmed. Plus, I like eat healthy and shit, and like live off the land, and you know, drink home brew or state brew. Not that Bud Light shit, and not that piss water and all that crap. I was really surprised that Kona Brewing. I always drank Kona Brewing when I was down in Maui, vacationing, hanging out, surfing, all that shit. I always bought Kona Brewing, and then I find out they're a subsidiary of Anheuser-Busch, which is even larger companies. Just look into everything. I mean, it's just like history. There's a lot of people, it's like these Pelosi's and all this shit. There's a lot of fucking people that are always in each other's pockets. There's manila envelopes being passed around. It's mob fucking bullshit all the time. That's all of our fucking, that's what our government is. Just a mob mentality. And it is the mob. Republicans, Democrats, I don't think there should be either one of those parties. It should just be a constitutional republic. You know, you're either in or you're out. You either want freedom or whatnot. And that's a problem too with this whole transgender push and the just like all this racism and sexualizing children and letting little Johnny and Susie make all the decisions. It's like, no, there's a reason why you're an adult at 18. But it's funny how they pump up the fucking tobacco age and, you know, up to the alcohol age, which is you have to be 21 to buy cigarettes anymore when people were smoking at 19 years old. Go to Canada, it's 18 years old, you can drink and smoke. You can't harm yourself, even though they promote you to harm yourself through pharmaceutical and everything, tobacco companies and all this shit. Then all of a sudden it's 21 years of age, but they can enlist you in the military at 17 to 18 years old, but you're not adult enough to and responsible enough to drink or smoke. Huh. That doesn't make any fucking sense. This is why I don't go with all this government nonsense and bullshit. It's people have their freedom. If you want to fuck yourself up, you want to go harm your body, you want to do shit like that, that's up to you. But when you start harming others, that's when we have problems. Now our legal system and everything obviously is upside down, backwards, and fucking you're guilty until proven innocent. And then it's all negotiations from there. How much money you got? I'm not down with any of that. That's fucking completely stupid that anyone would keep allowing this to go on. And this is why I bark at America so much. It's right here. It's right here in Alaska. It's been that way my entire fucking life. It's only gotten worse, especially with all this technology and everything. No, it's the downfall of society. Look at how fucking unintelligent and stupid people are, and then they, you know, 2 + 2 = 5 shit. It's not cool. I don't think so. So, what we'll do here is have a little bit of this weed and celebrate some 420. You know, I really appreciate everyone that tunes in and watches and stuff. You know, YouTube's asshole, but we still use YouTube for certain things, and there's lots of people that have been on there for years and whatnot. I like a lot of the cooking programs, you know, good ideas, whatnot. It's like, oh, I could do that, and then I try and either make it better or, you know, I fail and, you know, try again. I ain't gonna go I'm not gonna go build a cry closet because I couldn't fucking get something right. That's another point too, is everyone has a skill set. Everyone has a skill set. And with that skill set, you know, it's like, okay, here's an example. I've done this as an example before. It's stupid, but whatever. I mean, it's the same fucking thing. But tomatoes. Someone can grow tomatoes like a motherfucker, where another person can't grow tomatoes. But that person that can't grow tomatoes can grow squash like a motherfucker, where the person like, you know, growing the tomatoes like a bad motherfucker can't grow squash worth of shit. There's something wrong there. That's the thing, and that's where community comes in together, and everyone has a skill set that benefits each other, because not everyone is perfect at everything. No one's better than someone else at something, but there are people that can make bread better than you can. They can do something better than you can, but you have your skill sets that you can do better than they can, because that's not the way they were built or the way they grew up or whatnot. So they have their skill sets. Even if you grew up with things like, I don't know. I grew up with mechanics and welders, and then I learned how to build later on in life. You know, roofing, all that shit. I just never wanted to do just one thing. And I enjoy that, you know, I have lots of friends that just did one thing, but they have problems with rudimentary skills on certain sets and engineering and mechanicking and whatnot, where it's like to figure something out. I don't know if I'm some fucking crazy bonkers individual that's just like fucking autistic and just know how to do everything, and I don't know how to do everything. But can I do it? Yeah, that's always been my mentality. And I really strive for everyone else to have that mentality too, because I've been really damn good at every fucking thing I've ever done. If you're going to do it good. You know, go big or go home. Well, I like to go big and go home. You know, I want to learn about everything. I want to know about everything. There's some things I don't want to fucking know about. You know, some things are just fucking idiotic, stupid, and very grotesque, you know. It's like, yeah, I can live without that because it doesn't have anything to do with food, water, and shelter. You know, all those three things in a fucking real realm of awesomeness and goodness and clarity and purification, you know, because that's what the entire fucking planet needs: food, water, and shelter. Especially animals, you know, even plants. Certain plants grow underneath other plants because they need a certain type of shelter. It's called nature. You know, that's all that really matters in reality. Happy 420, everybody. Yeah, I miss being out where I grew up, but at the same time, I want to make sure this community is on the right track. None of this pride shows and people taking that we got a lot of people around here taking their kids to they're okay with taking their little children to these drag queen shows and shit. It's like, no, that's fucking dangerous. We don't need any more fucked up kids. They're all fucking, the IQ level. Look at 60% of the fucking country's kids now can't even fucking read. My own grandson, they're still trying to push vaccinations in Oregon on my grandson, on my kids is fucking, because they homeschool their kid, but they gotta have, you know, they homeschool them. So everything's on the computer, but you're supposed to get vaccinated, and they're still pushing that shit. Otherwise, he's going to get kicked out of the homeschool program on a fucking computer. I'm like, nah. You guys, I wish our kids would just move to Alaska and come up here. We have full-on amenities for them, everything. We can build stuff together. We can make their lives better. And you know what? My grandchildren will live a better, happier, healthier life without the autonomy of them being taken away. There's a reason why kids aren't adults until a certain age. It's because of fucking development and hormones and puberty and all that stuff. It's like, it's a no-brainer, everybody. It's a fucking no-brainer. So, cheers from Alaska. I just want everyone to be safe out there. I just want everyone to be able to not have to look over their shoulder or think about all this nonsense going on. At the same time, it's, all these weak men and weak mentality, weak people create hard times. But it's hard and strong men that create good times. And you ovaries out there, you are superhumans. You are super fucking humans. I congratulate every fucking female out there. It's like, you are superhumans. You create little humans. Like, if fucking dudes can't do that. I don't care how mad lad you are. You can't create a human, but you can help out with a good fucking female that's a superhuman. It makes fucking little humans, man. Little crib midgets running around. All of a sudden they grow up and they're fucking, It's a symbiotic relationship. We need men and we need good women. And that's all there is. That's the biology. It's XX and XY. Enough with this Z shit. Love you all. Thank you for hanging out. If you watch this all the way to the end, I really congratulate you, because I know I can ramble, but I got so many things that go on in this fucking thick Eskimo Indian skull. And a little stubborn and rant and rave, but isn't that what I'm here for? So, cheers from Alaska. Happy 420. We'll see you guys all next time. We're going to go enjoy ourselves back at our other cabin up in the hills and get away from this civilization. So, thanks for tuning in. Love you all. We'll see you next time. Salty Alaskan Rambo out.